Well, well, well. Hello, traders. Welcome to the stream, the early stream. Got stuff going on. Going to my old stomping grounds. Okay, going with my friends to a high school football game. My high school, you know, we're legends there, so we're gonna go bask in that glory this evening. But yeah, that's why I'm live early. Or no, you know what? I'm live early because the price, dude. Well, the crash kind of already happened today. I mean, maybe we get more going into Power Hour a little later. But yes, I don't think it takes anyone that is an analyst to understand that key supports have been breached. Bitcoin was weak yesterday and now destroyed. Lowest price you've seen since technically July 27th. Below any kind of peak you could say from June 21st and 26th. And it's bad. It's very, very bad. It's a you know, one high, second high, and three times, you know, same thing up here. It may just be the beginning. You don't know. But we know if it's, sorry, Bourbon, if it's going to continue, sell off, I mean, we're talking probably 20K. If this isn't over, you catch a rally here, you can go for a back test at 22.5. Screw people over, right? The shorts, FOMO, and now. But what's going to happen is when the rally occurs, it hasn't even begun to show any semblance of a rally to begin. It's going to end up making a substantially lower high than the previous highs. That's 24.2 to 25K. And it's going to roll over, and we're going to continue down. We're probably eventually going to see 19,891 again. You know 18,000 or 19,891. Come on, you know about it, dude. I don't even have that one. Double lines. Okay. But I already did this. This is it, man. That's the target. Really, you're just, you know, hanging out here, and you've got some more downside potential anyway, right? Remember the level. Yes, that's the next point. And when you test it this time, I don't know how much demand is going to be there. As you know, the buyers put in their shot, right? They took their shot. It manifested into a nice little rally, and it's over. So, you know, one of the last things I said yesterday, based on data points, it looks like the bear market rally is about to be over. This is the beginning of the end of the rally, right? With one impulse candle, and you're down 8.35%, almost $2,000, man. Let's go to the other chart. Well, well, well. I mean, if that wasn't a rising wedge, what was? Right, I had concerns. We had concerns, chat. Concerns. And you just got to be like, in a situation like this, right? Gotta get this on my soundboard, dude. Oh my god. So the rising wedge bearish breakdown. Did we hit the measured move though? Good lord. I think I'm going crazy. What can I do? Never mind, dude. Too respected. There you go. There's a soundboard, sound clip. All right. No, measured moves a little bit lower, I believe. You're almost there. No, hold on. No, we had it yesterday. $20,000, where I think we're going. Okay, I think we're going to be there eventually, whether there's a rally soon or later. I don't care. The impulse, I think you're going to eventually see $20,000, 19,891 for a back test to that old level from 2017. Isn't it crazy how the measured move just happens to line up exactly at that point? Right at that inflection point? Yeah, it's magic, isn't it? Yeah, so that's it, man. Let's take a look at, you know it, man.
I like turtles.
There's bears out here.
Price is gonna dip.
Well, it already dipped, Hodge twins. A little bit more to go till your 100% measured move is achieved here. We're talking about $980 billion. You are on the cusp of losing the $1 trillion total market cap amount, right? It's a big psychological level. And I just don't, nothing really makes sense to me on why it would somehow reverse here. I'm thinking even the measured move gets hit. I'm thinking 959, right? The previous highs that were never back tested. Why wouldn't we test them? Well, you're probably going there. So there's a little more downside, right? There's we're talking about 4.5% more downside. But today, if you can even believe it, man, if you can even believe it, total market cap, how much is it lost on today? We're talking, it's down 7% down, $75.67 billion. So it's a lot of money, right? Or maybe not for the government and just sends that like candy to other countries and stuff, right? But to real people it is. Let's go to Ethereum. Right, I mean,
is this your homework, Larry?
See what happens, Larry?
yeah. Testing the 200 moving average for the first time since you breached it July 14th. Well below 1730, below 1730, 1420. 1730, below 1730 is 1420, meaning you may rally here, but it's going to probably manifest into a lower high than previous highs. Later you roll over, or sooner. But from here, the downside potential I think you have on Ethereum is 15.67%. There's that much more downside potential when you're below 1730. Above 1730, you could be going to 1972 again. I'm sorry, Larry, you're below it, and you pretty much just back tested it on the last 4-hour candle. It was once a resistance a million times, right? And now it is resistance again, reconfirming the validity of that level. That's not what you want to see if you are a bull. If you're bearish, this is wonderful. This is incredible. If you respect technical analysis and love technical analysis, this is what we were looking for. This was exactly what was kind of implied. Why? Dude, it was so many things, right? In the end, how about that daily bearish divergence? Was that not good enough? Daily bearish divergence. After running up 130% for the bottom and testing the key of key levels, bearish engulfing candle, you know, to end the run, and look where we are now. There's a very thin order book here. I mean, okay, you know, you'd say, hey, 1560 first, but that's a softer target. I think the hard target is 1420 from here. 1420, look left. It's the old cycle top. 8.69% down $160, $1,685 and change. The negative momentum has only begun to build, and you're just sitting at 46.7 on the RSI. A lot more downside potential. Market participants will it. Let's go ahead to Bitcoin on the daily real quick so you can see the bearish divergence is playing out wonderfully. Amazing. And the assumption we kind of made was how effing bearish Bitcoin on the daily RSI was. So you add that variable, this bearishness, with the MACD histogram. It's awful. It's like, yeah, implied downside. One does not simply fail to break back into the bullish control zone for 3 times. One does not simply do that, as Boromir would say. All right, now you are in the bearish control zone easily. 35, lowest relative strength you've seen since July 12th. That's probably getting taken out. So that means there could be a lot more downside in time if market participants want to push this thing down before it becomes technically oversold. Yikes, man. It was just a bear market rally, man. And for the first time of the bear market rally, a discernible edge became evident on the daily oscillators. You paid attention to that, you just protected yourself a crap load of money, or you just made yourself a lot of money shorting, right? One or the other. But anyone being long still or not protecting themselves with stop losses, as we discussed the past few days, that's on you, man. I mean, you're not doing anything to protect your capital when the charts are literally screaming at us, telling us that this was a very real possibility. Nothing certain, but it was probable this was coming after the third failed breach of $24,200. Okay? Carnage across the markets. Ludo Caprio screaming. Matthew McConaughey They're losing their minds, dude. Okay, so Bitcoin, Ethereum. Let's go to BNB. Well, hold on to BNB, man. I thought that was gonna change the world. No, it just respects the TA like it always does. Kind of okay. It's only down 5% today, which is pretty good performance compared to everything else that's down substantially more. Most things are down substantially more. This is outperforming Bitcoin on the sell-off and Ethereum, being only down 5%, where the others are down 8%. But, you know, whatever. What we know is most of the time the asset goes to 225 if it can't break 332, or if it breaks 332, it goes to that level. So that's kind of got to be the target based on history, right? You could say maybe this old supply line might act as a support or something. 250, that just means more downside. $33 more downside, right? It's like negative momentum was building. You're now bound to crack into the bearish control zone on this one, but you can't say. You'd be surprised where it was. Okay, that's BNB. Cardano destroyed, down 10%, broke that demand line. Now you're below 47 cents. You're in trouble, man. I mean, 38.8 cents. You'd be going to the lowest lows. This is absolutely abysmal. Okay, just think about an asset that creates wave structures. Think about Cardano, the high to the low. What'd you do? This was so weak that it couldn't even complete a bear chart. That you have to pay attention to that. That is awful. We're talking the XABCD that could be identified, right? Got to the 618. It couldn't even get to the 786. It couldn't even get to 61 cents to test that high. In normal conditions, an asset would go to an 886 before collapsing. That is showing you how terrible this asset is. It's been like this though. This has been awful. It's always underperformed, and now it's showing its colors, its true colors again. Right? History tells us that it's a loser. At least since September last year, we're going on a year of this being a massive loser. One of the biggest losers with the highest market cap. So 38.8 cents back on the table, man. The old high that was never even tested, June 18th or May 12th, either one. It was never tested. All right, good luck. Cardano going much lower. Once you break 38.8 cents, chat, you know where you're going? Probably going to 11 cents. When it's all said and done, it's probably going to happen. Let's go to XRP, because XRP, remember, massive loser, flipped short yesterday. Okay, yeah. Can't catch the bids, can't catch the bids. Fails to breach resistance. That's it, dude. Low risk, short opportunity, and minted. Minted. Down 7.6%. Lower to go. Yeah, it's a harmonic. There's a harmonic, man. Oh my god, it's at the 886. It's reacting, dude. I don't care. It's XRP, dude. It's a massive downtrend. Bull market rally, pretty much over. You broke the demand line, dude. It's if you want to try to take a shot on a potential type 1 of a harmonic, by all means, man. This is a massive loser. When we're talking about percentage yield compared to other assets, this is a massive loser. I'm not talking about the project. If you're an XRP fanboy and you're offended for the wrong reasons. Because I'm talking, you can't argue with its massive underperformance like Cardano. You can't argue that. You can say, hey man, it's a good project. Banks are behind it. You know, Schwartz and freaking whatever. The dude, right? Garlinghouse. Oh my God. Oh, it's so good. But not when we're talking about an asset to own to make money on. It's a massive loser. So good luck on your 886 here. If Bitcoin keeps going, if Bitcoin's going to 20K, 19,891 to retest that level, this is not going to hold. So this is just not the time, man. You had 2 months, man. You had 2 months. What are you doing? You need to think about longs right now. Let's go to Sol. That looked terrible. It was awful. Yeah, like remember that literally verbatim. This sport's probably not going to hold. I mean, I wouldn't trust. I said I wouldn't trust this support with anyone's money. It didn't hold. It didn't even test it really. It just blasted through it. Now it's below 37.37, which is a resistance now. It's being confirmed as resistance as I'm speaking to you, or just was in the last 4-hour candle. Bro, that's some bearish price action. Below 37.37, besides these local levels, There's just nothing here. Nothing, dude. We're talking like eventually like $22, $21 in the end. If this is real, a real bearish breakdown, and bear trend's going to continue now after 2 months of consolidating. Yeah, $22 eventually for the lower low. And if not, then fine, $26.50 for a retest of the lows. Okay. Dogecoin, it had its fun for like a day or two, and then it was done. Like everything else. Down 7.7%. Oh my God. Right, hits 8.8 cents. Right, these highs on the 4 hour, they don't exist on the daily. It's so weird. And you just dumped, but it's, you know, it's still right here. But if you're below 7.86 cents after something like that, I wouldn't touch it. You don't touch this. One does not go long on Dogecoin below 7.8 cents after rejecting 8.8 and 7.8 cents. One does not do that. One must remain patient if they want to long something. Again, you just had 2 months of potential long action. How'd that work out? Pretty crap. You know, that's a crap performing bear market rally on a lot of these coins. You know, hey, Bitcoin went up 50%. I think XRP went up 40%. Not anymore. I mean, XRP is only up probably like 20% from the bottom now. I mean, all these coins are now, you know, but at their highs. Okay, but now that's over. The party's over. 2 months. No, closed on one of my properties today. Finally got it out of my hands, man. I'm just fed up with it. I'm just happy I got a new realtor, thanks to my aunt, and they got it sold fast. And in these market conditions, I'm very grateful. So it's a big day for me. It's a massive, and I bought it cash, so massive, you know, massive windfall, right? I guess, you know, at the end of the day, super liquid.
The chug debt is growing. Spin.
So yes, sir. Well, I mean, I owe two, but I can't do it today. We gotta go drive. I drive in, going to the suburbs, going to that football game. I just can't do that today, man. All right. I mean, I guess I can spin if it lands on chug. I guess I owe 3, but I can't pay the debt today. It's just not a possibility. Get wrecked anyway. Thank you, dude. Okay, so Bitcoin just hit its session lows. We're not even in power hour for crypto, okay? Doge, I'm trying to make the rounds. Let's go to DOT. Remember, it was okay, it was awesome, but below, what was it? Below 828 bearish. You can't be bullish on DOT below 828. You can't be bullish on Bitcoin below 24.2. You cannot be bullish on Ethereum below 1972. You can't be. You can't. And look what happens, Larry. The target is 685 to 668. All right, there's still more downside on this asset. Not much more, but at least 8 to 10% more downside on DOT from here. Isn't that crazy? Yes, you're massively oversold. So at any point, you know, these massively oversold on the 4 hours, they can rally or do nothing for a good 12 hours to a day, or 36 hours, and then they dump more after the reset. The oscillators eventually on this time scale reset, either sideways or up sloping consolidation, then dump again. Then you're going to see that level. And I just don't think it's going to be as strong this time, just like all of them, right? You did all this stuff. You understand if it was a true massive cycle reversal, this would hold true. You wouldn't be coming back down to these levels. You wouldn't be coming back down to these levels for another test. It'd be going. You'd be at $13 by now. You'd be in this massive uptrend if this was the truest of true bottoms. That's just my opinion, man. No financial advice. Nice rising wedge and bearish divergence, performing like the Jesus who's in control, man. When 4 hour wedges outperform like that, bears in control. Oh God, dude, we got to go to Shiba now. What a pump and dump, dude. What a pump and dump. It's only down 1.4%. Look at what it did, Larry. First time. Isn't this crazy? It's the first back test Shiba has received. It actually is not too bad.
The neckline with a daily indecision candle. Shiba round number 2 set up soon. Wink rare pair of cheers.
I don't know, man. I mean, maybe like hidden bullish divergence. Yeah, it's the first back test. It's square up too, pretty much. That's a good square up, you know. But to say going long, I don't know, man, because, dude, Bitcoin is getting wrecked and it's not over. 20K, you got another $1,100 probably on Bitcoin for downside. So when Bitcoin goes down another $1,100, Shiba's not going to do well. Shiba's going to go at the 200. It's going to go test that level. Yeah, it's going to go test 1250. 200, yeah, so whatever. Great on that, but I don't care, dude. Just imagine trying to be bullish right now. You get 2 months, bro. Shiba went up from its nadir, right? The lowest low. It went up 150% in 57 days. It's like over, dude. Like, you had your chance, man. What are you doing? Okay, so let's look at Bitcoin dominance that we had discussed the past few days. What was going on with that? The falling wedge. Wow, that is surprising. I've been gone all day, right? Conducting business. And I thought we were getting a breakout. Clearly, we're not. But you could be working on triple MACD bullish or triple RSI bullish divergence. That is very interesting. How Bitcoin dominance is down 1.36%. I figure Bitcoin's getting wrecked, but altcoins are getting wrecked worse. In fact, this is telling us that Bitcoin's getting wrecked just as bad, if not a little bit more than most of the altcoin market. Interesting. My God, look at this bearish engulfing candle. You gotta respect this, man. How that supply line's being tested, and you're failing like bad, and you are now at your lowest price since January 20th. This wedge is still valid, by the way. It could go all the way down to 40.2. You know. But wow, look at that hidden bearish divergence now developing on today. It's developing. Wow, very curious. That's something normally, what the theory of yesterday, the breakout of this wedge, because of what was happening, we were right in many ways, but not this time on this one. This is the big one though. U.S. dollar tether dominance. Let's go, dude. It's the inverse of the Bitcoin chart. This is a dream. I call this a dream state falling wedge. This is what it's dubbed. This will be, you should NFT this. All right, this should be an NFT because this is like something you would literally have I'd be sleeping in REM cycle, and this would be in my dreams. Something that looks this perfect, where it's idealized in your brain. So the target on this, I'm thinking 7.17%. If we go Fibonacci, just standard targeting, 50%, 7.56, and then 8%. Those are your two targets. The second target makes perfect sense because those are two peaks from July and multiple times in July, two different peaks. So that's it, man. I think those are just normal targets, right? Your bread and butter targets for a wedge using Fibonacci is always the 50% and the 618. Okay, so that's probably where you're headed in time, if you can believe it, which is absolutely terrible for crypto. That's bad news.
Capital on the ship setup, but thanks for your frank analysis. LOL.
Yeah, well, man, 1700 was, definitely an area, right? Went up 30-40% in a day, and it's like, hey, dude, you gotta use common sense. If you're swing trading and something goes up 34% in a day, sometimes in those very rare situations, you have to be able to do something. You gotta do something, dude. You're just gonna like sit there and lose the 30-40% gains you made. Yeah, that's like a Wild West thing. That's like, it's not in textbooks, man. But it's like, hey, man, if I was going to talk about if you were a swing trader and an asset just goes up 34%, 30 to 40% in a day, it might be an okay idea. On something like Shiba Inu, it might be a good idea to exit or take profit. I mean, I did talk about that when we were streaming. Like, someone asked the question about it in the chat, and it's like, this might be an anomaly, a different thing. This is like, you got to call an audible on something like that. I don't know who asked, but someone did. Okay, so that's like kind of your crypto, man. The altcoins, let's go to Litecoin now. Litecoin, remember yesterday when it's like, hey man, new data makes me very bearish here, and 54 straight line down, man, to what? The next level. Wow. First target of this trade setup is $52. Just the low from July 26th. It was to make the trade equitable. This would have probably been a good first take profit, but it wasn't going to be 3-to-1 with a reasonable stop loss, you know. So we had to go a little bit lower. But you could understand why it reacted here, but no one's buying, dude. I mean, it's like there were just some limit buys set up on Litecoin at 54.40. Once the absorption of remaining demand is complete on this, I don't think it's going to take much time. You're going to break that. You're probably going to smash through $52 like a hot knife through butter. I mean, you be going $42 really fast, man. Faster than you could imagine, okay? So 2 hours through daily candle close. Hey, if you're enjoying the live stream, the early live stream, hit the like button, the bell, sub. Been very busy today. It's been very tough to look at charts and stuff. Just been gone. Like I just got home and hit live pretty much. So trust this market, man. Across the markets, it was bad. It was really, really bad. Ain't it crazy? Like something like Hex, right? Dude, I think it's brilliant how this all played out on Hex. This is just perfect. This is a trader's market, dude. This is a testament to trader's market, right? And, you know, the first target was 5.6. Second target was 6.1. But it went up to 6.6. Yeah, went a little bit higher. Exceeded the two targets by a little bit, but it never could sustain. And look at you now. You're way below those two profit-taking levels. You understand why it's important to take profit? Because yeah, it could keep going past your profit-taking levels, and then more time goes by, and then it's way below the profit-taking levels. So you gotta do something, man. You gotta have a plan. You can't just be longing and not having a reasonable level where you take profit or exit the position. You can't be a holder in these markets, man. Long-term downtrend. How many times do I have to say it? Long-term downtrend. We're not in a hold market or a dollar cost average market right now. You're just not. I mean, you can dollar cost average, but it might be a while before you start making money on the DCA. But I'm just saying, if you have like liquid capital, you're self-directed, and a harmonic develops after a crash, okay, if you're going to play the market, you better have a plan, because eventually it's going to come to an end. The rally, the bear market rally. Let's go back to Bitcoin that just cracked below 21,000, I believe, for the first time since, you know, July 26th. But, you know, right after. Oh, yes, this is it, chat. This was it. Yeah, you got selling pressure non-stop since the stream yesterday. ETC dying, ETC not dying, ETC doing exactly what made sense, dude. Exactly what made sense. Are you kidding me? A freaking 4-hour bearish bat pattern, textbook, with an actual local type 2 return. Scott Carney be like, what? Yeah, now look at you. Bearish and golden candle below a key support of sorts. It is a key level. Downside potential is massive. I mean, below $34 is $25.50 on ETC. So where you are right now, there is still another grand 22 to 25% downside on this asset. Daily bearish divergence on the second attempt. Like this, man. This was all here. This was identified, live on stream. Patrons were pinged on stuff like this. What do you do, man? Like that's it. It was a green evening star in the end. Then a bearish and golden candle. Crazy. And then a nice bearish back test the next day. It's just beautiful. Beautiful price action correlation to key inflection points. You can't say that didn't happen. And you're working on, with the 2 hours to go, it'll be the lowest, possibly by the end of it, it might be the lowest daily candle close since July 26th. Yes, but look, Larry. Straight down, straight up. Very thin order book here. So this could be going down a lot more than just where it is now. It's down 16+% today. Yikes. Everyone doing okay? I haven't even looked at chat. I'm sorry. What's up, Doobie? Yeah, Doobie. You tipped yesterday, and I'm sorry, man. I missed it. I got caught up and stuff. I'm gonna do what I can to get to it. Okay. Let's real quick shift it to the S&P, because guess what happened, dude? Guess what happened at a level that makes all the sense in the world? I don't know what to tell you, dude. 200 days simple moving average tested. Inflection point looking left from history. Near the supply line of the downtrend. I mean, down 1.29%. So gap fill target around 41.21 below this, right? It's doing exactly. Do you hear me, chat? This is doing exactly what Ethereum did. Ethereum's front running the S&P right now. You get it? An asset, Ethereum went up way more because it's Ethereum. It goes up 130%. This thing went up like what, 20+%? 18.8%, 19%. It's an index fund, dude. It's aggregate of many different assets. I think that's incredible. But now it's hit the level and it's failing to breach, just like 1792 is failing to be broken. You just closed the week below this level. Do not ignore a failed break above an inflection point, and then when the weekly closes, it's below that level now. Confirmed. Hey, what's up, Jeffrey, man? The SPY, the SPIX. How low SPY? Well, again, one at a time, right? I think the first target, adequate target, would be a gap fill at 4,100, 4,120. After that, 4,058. And then below that, buy. Bye-bye. Continuation of massive bear trend. Oh, it'll be ugly. It'll be carnage below 4,058. Straight back down and test the lows. There you go, man. How about Apple? Remember, it's just like you're looking at this 886, the supply line. Okay, that was it, chat. I mean, it could change, but dude, look at this. The supply line, right? The pattern completion zone of a textbook bear shark. I mean, this like Scott Carney, man. I can't even imagine, dude. He's probably losing his mind right now. Pandemonium, 0.27% down after hours too. That's not, I mean, not much, but it's just more selling pressure after hours, after rejecting the supply line and reacting brilliantly at the 88.6% retrace. It's just, I'm so ecstatic. I'm so happy, man. Like, so cool. Let's see how low it goes though, right? Did this just happen? This just happened, chat. Can we get some Jesus chimes? Crypto total market cap just sneakily hit the 100% measured move in the midst of this live stream. Let's go, dude. But unfortunately, that's great and all, but I think there's a little more downside. 959, 960 billion is the target. In reality, this is just the size of the structures move. That's amazing, dude. Okay. Here is a big deal, man. You don't ignore this, okay? This is a false bullish breakout on the Dow Jones Industrial. It's not my opinion, man. It's supply line that it cannot be argued that market participants around the world see this. You tried, and you failed to close the week, not just below the supply line, but also below the 200-day simple moving average. Closed right at the inflection zone, the top of it. But you're back inside the bear structure. False bullish breakouts have consequences. I think you're about to see it again. Whew. That's all I can do is tell you. False bullish breakout on the Dow Jones. the NASDAQ composite could not breach $13,000, where if you did, you could be going straight up to 14K. Well, guess what? It was a failed attempt, a failed bullish breakout. The bearish divergence, as you can see, the negative momentum. It's the first time today we've seen it since June 23rd. My God. Oh, there's going to be more negative momentum building off this first one. You could almost book it. I mean, minimum 12,570, but eventually 12,000 if this is real. This is a real false bullish breakout. This is going down the next level. Yeah. It's crazy, right? Russell 2000 couldn't breach its own level here. The 200-day simple moving average rejected. The high from December 24th, 2020. What a day, man. That day, dude. Bitcoin and George Washington crossed the Delaware on the 24th, but the 25th. Just saying the day before. What that Christmas, man. Sorry. That Christmas was the best Christmas I had since the Nintendo 64 came out during my childhood. Okay, the amount of money made by so many of us that day or the next day, Christmas Day, was crazy. And George Washington destroyed the Huns. Okay, many years before, but target 1926, below 1926. Bye bye. See you at 1743 again. That's it, man. Okay. Hey, guess what else got wrecked? Well. Gold, because hidden bearish divergence, developing in a downtrend after a successful bearish backtest. And the 4-hour was screaming it too. It was the daily and the 4-hour were both on the same side here. Look at the massive performance of this rising wedge in the bearish divergence. Incredible performance, as it now exceeded the measured move of this structure and is now below the 200 simple moving average on the 4-hour. There is a lot of downside still here on gold. Okay, how about silver? Remember the bearish dragon? Well, chat. One target has been achieved of that bearish dragon. Second target incoming. Might be there next week, 1873. And then we're talking about if the bearish trend that is prevailing right now is to continue, and you would see outperformance on a bearish setup, right? So a third target, bonus target, would be the 1272 fib extension around 1735, an inflection point. Again, it lines up with the dragon's 1272. Okay. So, but gold's a safe haven, bro, from all this. No, it's not. No, it's not. You know what the safe haven is, unfortunately? The US dollar, man. The DXY. Yeah, it kind of got a little whacked out, didn't it? A little false breakout of like what we had identified. I guess it had changed. It was just maybe, in the end, just downslope consolidation. But look at you now. It's your third highest candle close of. It's not closed yet. You got another 52 minutes, but it will be right now the third highest candle close of the entire parabolic uptrend you've been in. Right? This is crazy, man. Back above key level too. 107.68 from history. Where is it? It's right here. Yeah, it's that high from 1976, baby. Let's go. You close the week. You're closing the week back above that. Index funds closing the week below their inflection points. False breakouts have now occurred on all the index funds for the most part. Gold respected, right? Silver respected its resistance. Crypto front ran all that stuff that the index funds did. So it's very ominous setup for the next week. Very ominous stuff, okay? Oh, man. So I just went live early because I got stuff going on tonight. I figured, hey, man, there was price action today, wasn't there? Oh, the hidden bullish divergence played out, Larry. Let's go, DXY. Oh, God, we got to look at U.S. oil, dude. U.S. oil, you know, down 0.55%, still holding its support. You know, below 100 is $87. Below $87 is $78, which makes more sense because that's a reasonable previous low to high. It's 786. The 886. These are the value perceived areas for longs down here. So you could rally here and make, you know, eventually wherever the rally takes you, it's going to make a lower high than the previous highs, and then it's going to roll over again and eventually see these levels, in my opinion, in time. If you're patient. But it's been it's nasty drawdown. It's been going on since mid-June, you know. So at any point you could rally, but the rally is going to be a relief rally, and it's only going to turn into a lower high. I think the cycle kind of ended on U.S. oil, but hey, man, I could be completely wrong. You're still technically long-term uptrend, and even when you go down to $75 to $70, you're still in that long-term uptrend. So I'm saying we could see more downside, and it could still be okay long-term, I guess, on U.S. oil. Oil, natural gas, my God, man. Talk about, remember bearish dragons on silver, bullish dragons on natural gas? Natch. Yeah, I don't know here, man. You got bearish divergence on the 4-hour. Pretty bad, but my God, the performance has been abysmal. We're the bears. We're the sellers on this divergence. Now it's turning into hidden bullish divergence. What? Too strong, man. Natural gas is crazy. And I think it's the fundamentals are so unbelievable right now. Like energy crisis in Europe, and each day goes by, dude, it's like Ned Stark for real. Instead of White Walkers, it's like people freezing to death. Brace yourself, winter's legit coming this year. Harder than it's come probably in 100 years, right? For Europe. Yeah, you're going to become beholden to Russia. Let's arrogantly laugh at somebody because they say that. Let's smirk and smug. Those people should be held accountable. Those people at that meeting that just laughed at Trump saying that, those people should be tarred and feathered, dude. People are going to suffer so bad this winter because of those arrogant bureaucrats. Sorry if you're a German. Sorry if you live in Europe that you have... I mean, like, you can say what you want about Trump on that particular... on anything else, but that particular situation, dude, what was that? You know, no excuse. Pathetic. But people are going to learn, dude. In Europe, they're going to learn. Okay, so, you know, we're just looking at a few of these, man. Commodities. My God, lumber futures down 9%. Yeah, this is bearish, dude. Super bearish. Met a commodities trader last night who only trades lumber, really. And he was really bearish. And I look at the chart, I'm like, I mean, screw my opinion, you know, whatever. You do it for a living. But that right there is hyper bearish, man. Not going up to pretty much test the highs from 2018 and failing and making a lower high after a lower low before it. Oh yeah, you're on 460. Once you break 460, sweet mother of God, you're going to like $300. Party could be over for lumber, man. Okay, so let's look at Doobie's request. Pretty dead today. I don't know. Pawn for Doobie. That's it, dude. That was the only request. I don't know, man. I'm chopped liver today. I don't know. I feel like I did all I could, dude, you know, to like maybe help people not become homeless or protect their capital or to make money on a short. You know, past 3-4 days now. Figured it was. I'm not seeing pawn, dude. I'm looking at the other one you sent though yesterday. PANW. PANW. Palo Alto Networks, dude. Did anybody like gain value out of the analysis that's been provided the past 2 days? I'm just curious. Probably not, but anyone paying attention? Okay, here's PANW. Pan Networks. Yeah, it's pretty effing bearish, dude. I mean, 200 moving average 4 hour, bearish divergence locally. Oh, it's pathetic, man. Local high cannot be breached. All right, you're talking about like here. Like, look at that, man. That's almost like XRP. It's almost like Litecoin. You know, you get to these peaks of these little scrub ranges, and you can't do anything. No bids, and then your buyers are exhausted. Yeah, you're saying short. Earnings coming up. Oh my God, dude. Earnings going to be here next week. Who knows, dude? Flip your coin. It gaps up $10 trillion or it goes to zero. You know, I no idea, man. Right? Anytime earnings are coming up, you can't trust anything. I mean, it looks terrible. I mean, if earnings weren't coming up, like this thing's destined for 463 again. The 200-day simple moving average, right? Tested again and again. Bearish average the 4 hour. I mean, like to me, this is pretty bad here. Now, if it went up to 557, 570, it would make for a stronger argument for a more symmetrical looking head and shoulders. So that could happen on earnings. It goes up there because earnings and nothing makes sense, right? It's a joke, and then gaps up, tests those levels, fails, and then it rolls over. I mean, see, that's what can happen. So with earnings, you got to be careful, man. So Bitcoin up off its lows. Lowest low of the day, pretty much 20,900. You're not 21,250. Whoa, man. Oh my God. Then my shorts wrecked. Across the markets, man. Bad stuff, right? Once again, right? 10 of 11 sectors down today. But really, man, I mean, like healthcare was up 0.3%, so could you even consider that up, man? Oh, healthcare did it, dude. Great. Awful day for markets. But really, is it an awful day when assets are hitting inflection points and we know the prevailing trend is bearish long term? And then they close the week, all of them close the week below the levels that they were trying to break out of early in the week. That to me is very telling, and that should not be ignored, right? Because false bearish breakdowns have consequences. False bullish breakouts have consequences on both sides, okay? You got one in July, and you got one in August. There's so many of them. False bullish breakouts in June before collapsing. You had false bearish breakdown last summer before amazing Jesus run. But they happen, man. You have to be able to identify them. It's a tricky market, but those are strong indicators. Like a false bearish breakout on a third attempt, and then you get that nice price action a couple days ago, right? Where it started pumping and then completely rejected. That's real stuff happening. And it's probably one of the hardest things to identify for real, because anyone can like learn patterns, right? Learn like structural developments, harmonics and stuff. I mean, they're not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying like you start getting to another level where it's like, holy crap, man! Being able to identify a third failed attempt, right, and then that back test, that's not easy. You know, many people would miss that. But it's all about remembering looking left and not forgetting what trend you're in, dude. Not forgetting. Something's got to change in that regard before you can start feeling good, you know. Been live for almost an hour now. Chaylin, are you watching the stream, man? So I can just tell you if you can hear me. I don't think he's watching. What can we put there, Chaylin? I don't know if you're there. He's not there. Instead of those 2 R's on the side. The merch is almost done. It's like almost complete. So we'll be Vegas meetup merchandise will be coming out very soon, rolling out as soon as possibly tonight or tomorrow. So, you know, just be on the lookout for that. We'll make an announcement and merchandise and stuff. So, okay. There's your Ethereum. We're checking back on Ethereum. Now it's finally breaching that 200 simple moving average. On the 4 hour, it is nuclear oversold. This is the lowest RSI Ethereum has seen since June 14th. It has fallen below the lows from June 30th and July 12th now, sitting right at 21.00, right? That's very oversold. That's extremely oversold. And normally when you get oversold like that on this initial impulse down, the market will go sideways for a little while. I'm talking like 8 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours, and then the oscillator will get marginally not as oversold, maybe goes back up to 30 and then starts rolling over again and just remains oversold. So you can get that going. So I think it's cartel, man. It's kind of, dude, that's like your update, dude. Lots of liquidations. Getting liquidated. Like, how are you getting liquidated, dude? With all the stuff that exists, right? All the data points that we're telling, like just telegraphing, screaming. US dollar tether, bearish divergence on the daily, 130% run, like everything. Like how people getting liquidated like that? I mean, I'm sure it's like, hey, it's only $5, dude. I don't know, but a lot, like, so many bullish liquidations, dude, in the past 24 hours. And it's just like, what are you doing? 550 million today liquidated. I don't know, man. I guess there are a lot of people that exist that trade the market outside this community. So maybe they're thinking something else was going on. You know, I don't know. Bear market did a wonderful job. Let's look at SYM for Jeffrey. Sorry. You said higher low. Symbiotic. Are you trying to tell me you want this 636,000 volume asset? Average volume though is over 10 days is 228,000. Oh my god, dude! No data, dude. Higher low, I wouldn't touch this thing. I don't know what possessed you to even request this, bro. We're gonna have a stern talking in Vegas, okay? Cap up. Higher low? I mean, is there a demand line or something? Bro, you just broke the demand line. I mean, just no higher. How will you say higher low when you just got demolished today, down 9%? Higher low, we don't know, because what about Monday when keep rolling over because everything just failed to break out of key levels after massive runs? This thing's going much lower, dude. All right, I think the target on this eventually from that breakdown, eventually $11. 10.95. That's a lot. That's a ridiculous amount of downside, right? You got like 25% downside on this. You bought at 14 today. Good luck, man. You're gonna start seeing into this. All right. Well, you could lose 25%. You know, I don't really see the, you know, allure of SYM. I don't see it. You've always requested high quality charts. I'm a little surprised on this one. But hey, man, look, the divergence it like showed up and then didn't do anything. Not oversold. Nothing about this, man, that I like. And it's the macro too, man. We're talking about the index funds. Just all close the week, failing to break out of all the respective resistances. All of them. False, bullish breakouts have consequences. It's one of the things gonna be on my tombstone one day, okay? Back to the beautiful, beautiful total rising wedge bearish breakdown. Perfect performance. It only took, since that fateful day, it only took us 2 days and 12 hours to see the measured move. That is beautiful performance. Wonderful performance, man. You know, we're probably going lower, man. I'm just probably not going to be here for it because I'm leaving soon to go live life and rejoice in the glory days. It's really cool, dude. Get to go back to where, you know, huge accomplishments back in high school. I was like, I'm not going to be the star that burnt quickest in high school. I must keep the Chad Alpha stuff going for the rest of my life, okay? So eventually, if you're just tuning in, the target on Bitcoin from here, in my opinion, is 19,891. I think that's where we're going in time. It may not happen immediately, but I think we're going to go test that. The issue I have a very big problem with Bitcoin going back down to 19,891. Market participants already gave it their shot. Right? They already tried. That was it. If this was in my opinion, if this was a real massive reversal in the overall long-term trend, we would never be doing this. We wouldn't be breaking down like this anymore. We wouldn't be on a collision course for that level again to retest it. That's my concern with Bitcoin and all crypto. That should have been it, dude. We should be going to 28.8 right now, but we're not. Not enough demand to breach a Rudy Poo scrub resistance that was manufactured December 20th, 2020. It was one time, dude. One time on the way up to moon. And that's it. That's where market participants the sellers defended that level with their life. So the bears own this market again. They always owned it. You know, they've owned it for a long time, right? But they relented on the third. Like the bears, they understood, hey man, we can't be competing when there's not enough of us anymore. We've obliterated this market. There's finally not enough of us sellers to breach this key 2018 level. But now they have, next time we see this level, I think they're going to have far more confidence to believe it's going to break this time. Hello, chat. You say something. Make sure this effing stream's on.
Adam, please.
So anonymous. Yeah, it was okay, and then it's not. Sorry, it's only down 5%. But you talk about critical areas. Cue up the song. I don't think this holds. Nah. Yeah, I don't think you hold this. I think what you just did is terrible. Like I know we have this high here, this one high. Get rid of that real quick and see what happened. Right, you run up and you test these levels, you fail, and now you're running up to test $11 as resistance, man. But yeah, I get it. You're holding the 200. You're holding the demand line from the bottom. It's not dead yet. It's in better shape than Bitcoin, Ethereum, and everything else, right? But you can't have confidence on an S coin. This is a digital beanie baby. Like all the rest, man. Believe me, it'll catch back up. Once this... Like the market participants right now, I believe, are confirming that $11.06 is now resistance, and I don't think it's gonna end well. There's no edge, nothing implying upsides, 4 hour, nothing at all implying upside on the daily. Yeah, being below that high from July 19th, despair, death, pain. Yeah, unbelievable though, right? All I can do is tell you that it's holding the demand line for now, but I have no confidence in any altcoin at all when Bitcoin's doing what it's doing right now. None. You can't. Bitcoin owns this market. If you don't think so, you're out of your effing mind, and you must be new. Okay? Like you'll have one lone anomaly, right? And that's it. Like one time every bear cycle, every crash, there's like one asset, one S coin out there that just doesn't collapse. But then eventually it catches up faster. Like I remember KNC, right, on the way down, it like was pumping, and then eventually it dropped like, my God, like 65% in a day or two. like caught up to everything. So yeah, you going to have outperformers right now that don't get wrecked as hard, but just wait for it, man. If you're patient, you'll see that downside. Charles, wonderful, man. Congrats on that 600, dudes. Let's go, man. You say blood in the streets is the best time to buy more? Not in the situation, dude. Not in the situation at all. Not somebody that understands what bear markets are for real. Real bear markets. And buying after 2 months of bearish consolidation. This is bearish consolidation. You had 2 months to do something, to take a long, to make a little money on longing. But this is not the market. The truest of true market. This is a short market. Okay. So you just randomly buy 21,100. You get back to me and let me know how that goes in the next few weeks. It's not gonna end well, dude. Yeah, Ben, well, I mean, if you're closing them, hopefully they can't get out. Because, like, you know, I had a buyer, like, it was the day before the first Black Monday for crypto. Remember, we had one Black Monday and 2 Black Saturdays, or 2 Black Mondays and 1 Black Saturday in crypto so far this year. We've had multiple mega crash days. It was like, it was the day after Luna collapsed. I had already had a buyer. We had already signed, and he backed out on a technicality the day after Luna collapsed, imploded to like $0. And I'm like, did this guy own Luna or something? You know, so here we are. It's crazy how that all happened, though. The day after the collapse, he backed out. Okay, so that's about it, man. That's all I can do. It's dead. It's very dead here, okay? Chat's dead. It's Friday. I came live early because I'm going to live some life, but there's more downside. That's all I can tell you. Whatever. Go watch the stream. If you missed the stream yesterday, go watch it, okay? Just watch it, or go watch the last 15 minutes, 20 minutes of the stream. And get back to me if you didn't watch it yesterday live. There's like 5.5, 5.6% more downside on Bitcoin from here. And I don't think it holds this time. If we see that again, I don't think we're holding. I think 17.5, 17.2 in time. If we go test 19.891. Now you might catch some bids, right? There might be a limit by setup there for a reaction, but this time around, man, you had your chance. Again, if this was truly reversing the overall trend, the long-term trend, you wouldn't be coming back to this level. That would be enough right there. There'd be too much demand. 24.2 would have been breached about a week ago, and we'd be on our way to 26.5, 28.8. That's why you have 3 targets in these rallies. We were blessed enough. Bitcoin hit the first target of the trade setup. Over the course of like 3 days, you had 3 different opportunities of it hitting the target of the trade setup, and then it was over. It might be 4 days. It was 24,890. So yeah, you had like 4 different days to take profit on Bitcoin on that trade setup, but it was only one of 3 targets, man. That was it. That shows you how you don't know how it's going to perform. It could perform like the Jesus, because it might have been the true bottom, but now we know it's not. This is not the true bottom on Bitcoin, in my opinion. Lawn Shark, that's freaking awesome, dude. And I'm telling you, in bear markets, you can make money shorting. I'm telling you, the true winners in bear markets are the ones that don't lose money. If you don't make anything in a bear market, hey, dude, you're winning way more than people losing, because there are a ton of people losing money in bear markets. I don't know where the other one went, man. That's crazy. All right, yeah, again, measure move is the 2017 cycle top. Don't know where this thing just went. It's crazy. What the? Whatever, I'll just take this, duplicate it. Size the structure, the breakdown. You got more downside, right? If it's gonna outperform like the Jesus, 20K. Okay, so thanks for coming out. Hope you have a good weekend. Good luck. I mean, Bitcoin crashes more, you know, who knows? I might be live this weekend, but dude, come on. What do you want from me? Like, I don't know what you want from me. Like, you know, I'll be back. Until next time, respect the T. A.
gonna dip.